NCAA Football December 5, 2017 7:57 p.m. December 5, 2017 5:30 p.m. The coaching carousel is in motion. The total of coaching changes after 2017 is up to 19, and there are more on the way. Use left or right buttons to navigate. Swipe left or right to navigate. The coaching carousel is in motion. In 2017, Oregon coach Willie Taggart resigned to take the Florida State job, and Chad Morris left SMU to take the Arkansas job Tuesday. That marks 19 coaching changes during and after the 2017 season. There are sure to be several more as the season wraps up the next 2 weeks. There were 23 coaching changes in 2016, down from the 28 in 2015. Sporting News will track the coaching changes here throughout the 2017 season. Who's fired, resigned, retired and hired? Find out here. Getty Images resigned October 1st. Sean Kugler resigned at UTEP after an 0-5 start. Kugler had an 18-36 record during his tenure with the Miners, which began in 2013, hired October 2. The Miners convinced former coach Mike Price to come out of retirement to be Kugler's interim replacement. Price compiled a 4,861 record in 9 seasons at UTEP, 200,412 before retiring. The Miners made 3 bowl games during his tenure. Getty Images resigned October 9. Anderson and Oregon State agreed to mutually part ways after the Beavers' 15th start to the 2017 season. Anderson went 723 in Corvallis. Corey Hall has been named interim coach with Anderson's resignation. Hired November 30. Oregon State hires Washington offensive coordinator Jonathan Smith, 38, for the new position. CSU Athletics fired October 22. Tyson Summers was fired after Georgia Southern's 0-6 start. Summers was 513 after being hired in 2016. Chad Lunsford will serve as the interim coach, hired November 27. Georgia Southern retained Chad Lunsford as head coach. Getty Images resigned October 29. Jim McElwain and Florida agreed to part ways on Sunday. McElwain had a 2,212 record into his 3rd season, but the regime unraveled quickly on and off the field in 2017, hired November 26. Florida hired Dan Mullen away from Mississippi State as head coach. Mullen served as Florida's offensive coordinator under Urban Meyer. Getty Images fired November 12. Tennessee let go of Jones after 5 seasons. The Vols had a 46 record and were winless in SEC play after back-to-back 9-win seasons. Brady Hoke will serve as interim coach. Getty Images fired November 19. UCLA fired Jim Mora after 5 seasons. Mora had a 4,630 record over that stint, but UCLA fell to 56 this season and decided to move on. Hired November 25. UCLA hired Chip Kelly on Saturday, November 25, to replace Mora. The former Oregon coach coached the Ducks to 4 consecutive BCS Bowls from 200,912 and had a 467 record during that time. Getty Images resigned November 20. Jones resigned at South Alabama after 6 seasons. He compiled a 5,249 record, but the Jaguars fell to 47 at the time of his resignation. Getty Images fired November 23. Kent State fired Paul Haynes after a 210 season. Haynes compiled a 1445 record over 5 seasons with the Golden Flashes. Getty Images fired November 24. Bielema was let go at Arkansas shortly after a 4,845 loss to Missouri. Bielema finished 2,934 in 5 seasons with the Razorbacks. Athletic director Jeff Long also was dismissed during the season. Getty fired November 25. Nebraska fired Mike Riley after 3 seasons. Riley compiled a 1919 record over 3 seasons with the Huskers, including a 48 record this season. Left deck. 2. Nebraska brought Scott Frost home to take over the program after a dismal 48th season with Mike Riley. Getty Images fired November 26. Arizona State fired Todd Graham after 6 seasons. The Sun Devils finished 75 this season. Graham had a 4,631 record, but that includes an 18-19 record the last 3 seasons. Hired deck. 3. Arizona State has brought in former New York Jets and Kansas City Chiefs coach Herm Edwards to head the program. Getty Images fired November 26. Kevin Sumlin was fired at Texas A&M, a move that was expected throughout the season. Sumlin had a 5,126 record, but the Aggies lost 5 games each of the past 4 seasons. Hired December 1. Texas A&M lured Jimbo Fisher away from FSU. Getty Images resigned October 26. Mullen has left Mississippi State to become Florida's next coach. Mullen, a former offensive coordinator at Florida, compiled a 6,946 record at Mississippi State, becoming the Bulldogs' second winningest coach in program history. Hired November 28, Mississippi State hired Penn State offensive coordinator Joe Moorhead, who helped revive the Nittany Lions offense the last 2 seasons. Moorhead previously coached at Fordham. Getty Images fired November 7. Rice fired David Bailiff, who was the Owls coach since 2007. Bailiff had a 7,895 record, but took Rice to 4 bowl appearances. Hired Dec. 5. Rice hired Stanford offensive coordinator Mike Bloomgren as its next head coach. Getty Images resigned Dec. 1. Texas A&M lured Jimbo Fisher away from FSU with a massive contract. Here are the best replacement candidates for FSU. Hired Dec. 5. Florida State hired Willie Taggart away from Oregon to replace Fisher. Getty Images fired December 3. The Ragin' Cajuns reportedly fired Hud Spiff on Sunday after the team's 57 season. It was the team's 3rd consecutive losing season and gave Hud Spiff the 2,838 overall record over 7 seasons. Getty Images left December 2. Nebraska brought Scott Frost home to take over the program after a dismal 48th season with Mike Riley. Hired Dec. 5. The Knights brought in Missouri offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Josh Heupel, who engineered Missouri's offensive turnaround in 2017. Getty Images resigned December 6. Taggart left Oregon to take the vacant job at Florida State. Taggart finished 75 in his only season with the Ducks. Getty Images left Dec. 5. The third-year Mustangs coach reportedly has been hired as Arkansas replacement for Brett Bielema.